Rodman and the Bulls on the run again. Harper back outside and stolen by Scott.
It's the first good play of the game for Orlando, and it comes 3 minutes in.
Looks like Orlando cannot settle in on what they want to do offensively. This is what they normally do as far as they'd like to get the ball to Shaq, but he just vacated the post there. And what they wound up doing is just going one-on-one.
Luke Longley just drew his first on the Nick Anderson drive.
Michael Jordan, you see how high he is, denying that entry pass. Nick Anderson in the post, a very good offensive scorer. When the wings, though, are fronted, Matt, as you know, when you were trying to beat Wilt all those years, when the wing gets fronted, you got to clear out back door, and the guard dribbles it over and then dumps it in.
Well, you always have to have that as a release, a pressure release with backdoor type of plays. But right now, the aggressive defense, Chicago, totally taking Orlando out of any kind of synchronization offensively.
The Orlando Magic went 3 minutes and 3 seconds before getting on the board. Anderson hit 1 of 2, and it's 10-1.
Chicago, Orlando, no baskets. Rodman 4 rebounds early.
Jordan on the follow. And O'Neal with the rebound. Hardaway down the lane with the left hand.
Nice use of this back screen, almost a moving screen by Shaq in transition that time. When you can dunk from the foul line with your offhand, your left hand, you've got a game.
Longley trying to bring Shaquille up high.
See, it's a totally different kind of Orlando type of defense as Scottie Pippen hits the three. The Magic are sagging defensively. In the last series, when Chicago played New York, the Knicks were trying to get up into the face, into the chest of the Bulls. This is a little bit of a different way of going at it.
13-3. Bulls by 10, 7:50 to play in the first, and O'Neal breaks free underneath.
Luke Longley was trying to get up on the top side. In fact, trying to front. Scottie Pippen was dropping in the lap of Shaq. No pressure on the ball. Easy pass and dunk.
Longley brings it up to the top of the key, and now back to Pippen and 10 on the shot clock. And there's an illegal defense call.
Well, one of the toughest plays to defend in all of basketball, pick and roll situations. A sudden one knocks off Scottie Pippen, and Luke Longley never moves his feet over, and Hardaway beats him with the quickness. And then miscommunication defensively, the easy pass over the top to Shaq.
Chicago Bulls call timeout as you take another look as Shaq gets the pass and the dunk. 7:28 to play in the first. We're coming right back to Chicago in a moment.
Let's go the opposite way. Let's not go where they're predicting you to go. And I think that's a part of my challenge. And I know everyone, even though I've said all along, this is the game, this is a series that I've been looking for. But I'm gonna try to do it through everyone else and not by, just going out and making this revenge or this redemption all my own. It's a team thing, and I'm gonna do it within the measure of the team.
And let's check in with Ahmad. Ahmad.
All right, Greg, coming off that soundbite, remind me, we talked about that this morning. He said, you know what, I'm going to try to get the offense involved and see who's going to step up. But if they don't, I won't wait long before I take over.
Well, Michael was saying to the media a few days before the series started that he was going to come out and shoot the ball every time he touched it. And Phil Jackson said, I hope he doesn't do that. He only wants Michael to do it when he needs those points.
Coming up on 6:45 to play in the first, the Bulls off to the quick start, 13-5. And a traveling violation on Ron Harper.
I like the fact that the Bulls are moving the ball offensively, something that they didn't do well at all in the New York series. Now, granted, the Knicks are going to grab and hold you a lot. Today, the ball movement is crisp, it's sharp, and it's early. Nobody's standing around watching Michael play.
Again, Lukley, the only man on Shaquille. And Hardaway makes the screen, drive, and scores.
Well, right now, Scottie Pippen doing a good job out on the floor pressuring Hardaway's handle. But once Penny gets a nice pass.
And Rodman missed the dunk. Jordan looking for a way around Nick Anderson. Instead, back to Harper.
Terrific defensive cutoff by Nick Anderson.
Longley. Luke Longley with 6 of the Bulls' 15 points.
Well, Luke knows he's always going to be open for that little kick-out pass. Shaq is not going to travel too far from the lane, so Luke will have that open 16, 17-footer all afternoon.
I'd drive the ball right at Shaq and then kick it out.
Rodman stepped into the lane to try to help. Bulls wanted to travel. It's 15-9.
When Luke Longley fronts, oh, beautiful pass.
And blocked from behind by Hardaway. Nick Anderson. Way long. Back comes Chicago.
Shaq had the lob. They missed him.
It looks like Chicago is trying to take advantage of the Magic's problems with transition defense. They were looking to run there. The Bulls looked a little bit winded. Luke Longley barely got into the front court.
Shot clock at 3. Pippen. And Longley with the rebound. Kicks it back outside, and Ron Harper will slow things down. We are under 5 minutes to play for the quarter. Rodman is there for the follow.
The Magic's inability to contain penetrators just opened up all kinds of opportunities for Longley and Rodman.
And O'Neal will go to the line to try for the three-point play. Let's go back to the other end.
Well, this is out of the triangle offense for Chicago. The little handoff to Scottie Pippen, who had to try to make the acrobatic shot because of Shaq's presence and changing the shot. But Horace Grant unable to get the body on Dennis Rodman.
Matt, 2 players for Orlando did nothing against Scottie except force a tough miss. The other 3 Orlando guys standing on the perimeter watching. Poor rotations.
Tony Kukoc off the Chicago bench and was ticketed to wear a back brace for that sore back, but we are told he's decided not to wear it so far this afternoon. Making his first appearance since Game 2 of the series against New York.
Well, Luke Longley gave them some offensive punch, and Shaq can't get the free throw, but picking up those 2 fouls, and now Phil Jackson elects to go small.
But Orlando's right there. They're just down 6 points and have played as poorly as they can. Dennis Scott, poor defense away from the ball.
It'll be Bulls basketball. That's number 1 on Dennis Scott. Tony Kukoc in the throes of a horrible shooting slump. Kukoc just 1 for 24 from three-point range in the postseason.
Bulls playing a skill and precision game while Orlando still thinking power.
Rodman lost it in the middle. And now Hardaway.
That's exactly what Phil Jackson did not want.
There's the whistle before the shot. An illegal defense call against the Bulls.
Well, Dennis Rodman has had some success with playing Shaq. Even though Dennis only weighs about 218 pounds, he has a strong low base, able to push Shaq a little bit further out than he wants. No double team came there. If the double is going to come, it's going to come from the strong side of the floor, from the passer that enters into Shaq.
Mostly what Dennis Rodman has is a strong will. Put his body on the line against Shaq.
Three-pointer, no good. Kukoc with the rebound. Rodman just took a pretty good elbow in the mouth from Shaquille O'Neal. The Bulls with a 14-4 edge on the boards.
That just gets you going, Greg. A guy like Dennis Rodman looks forward to that. Terrific defense by Penny once again.
Hardaway with the steal on Jordan.
Good to see how quickly the Chicago defenders come up on Dennis Scott in transition. They do not want to give him any kind of look at a 3.
Hardaway on Pippen.
Like Chicago's fronting strategy defensively in the post.
Jordan comes away with it. To Kukoc. And foul by Nick Anderson, who wants an offensive foul. Let's go back to the other end of Dennis Rodman and the problems you have dealing with Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq is 7'2", Dennis about 6'6", 6'7". That elbow just comes right up. Chest tight. If Dennis wants to bite him in the elbow, that's his problem.
Penny Hardaway with the steal, and then Kukoc and Nick Anderson wanted an offensive foul.
Well, actually, that whole play started with a missed Nick Anderson three-pointer from the left corner, resulted in a long rebound, and that's when Chicago really becomes dangerous. Michael Jordan in the middle of the floor, Penny Hardaway with a bad gamble at midcourt against Jordan, and this set up the 2 free throws for Kukoc.
Kukoc hits them both coming up on 3 minutes to play here in the first. The Bulls 19.